Okay, good day, students. So today we're going to enter another subtopic for programming in how to code for the Scratch code blocks. Okay. Now, the slide that you see now contains a user interface for the Scratch. So this will be falling under the tab of motion. So you can see in this tab you have the blocks for moving forward or to turn the sprite to a different angle, or you can reset the cat's position. Okay, so this will be like how a user interface of Scratch would be. So today's objective should be you guys should be able to use pen to draw an image or symbol to form a line, or another objective would be to draw a shape. So you need to be able to draw a shape using the tool pen. And the third one should be determining the directions. Now, this one would require angles. Let's say if you want to turn left or right, you should have a certain angle to so that you can make the sprite turn to a certain direction. So this requires angle. Okay. Now, using pen in Scratch. So now to use this to use this tool, pen tool in Scratch, you need to go to extension tab. Okay, you need to go to the extension tab in Scratch first. Okay, then after that you find out you're gonna see the screenshot of what I had put that here. So you will be having options such as erase all, stamp, pen down, and pen up. Now you need to know about these three basic things: erase all, term, pen down, and pen up. Okay, so what is the meaning of pen down? Means when you write, right? So when you write in the book, you're gonna make sure the pen located downwards, which means it will be closer to the surface. Pen down. And meaning of pen up means if you lift the pen, you can't write because there is no surface, there is no close contact with the surface. Okay, so these two you need to know. So pen down means then only the scratch will start to draw. And pen up, you're gonna lift the pen, which means the sprite won't draw. It will gonna stop draw. And erase all means it's going to erase. Okay, it's going to erase. It's going to vanish. It's going to make everything disappear. Okay, now we have to go to the activity 4.3 where you need to, in your Scratch code, the first option is you need to put the pen down. That is your first choice. That's your first instruction. You need to use the pen down instruction. And then you need to repeat it 5 times in the code. At the center of the code, you need to make sure sprite should turn left into 90 degrees, moving forward 50 steps, and repeat the steps, so on and so forth. And lastly, you need to use the tool pen up. Okay, now the next lesson would be working with the shapes. So you see there are a few shapes there: a semicircle, a reflex angle, obtuse angle, and acute angle. An acute angle, we're going to talk about 45 degrees. An obtuse angle, talking about 120 degrees. A semicircle, 180 degrees. A reflex angle, more than 150. Okay, 270 degrees. So these shapes you can achieve, you can draw that in Scratch by making sure the sprite turning into a certain angle. Okay, so you would be doing this in the lab session of how to draw a rectangle, a square, and the other different shapes. Okay, so first of all, in order to draw a shape, you need to determine the direction by measuring the angle. If you have a protractor, You can see the protector and you can measure any angles that you want, and you can use that angle and you can key in that angle on your scratch code. Okay, so this is just an example of how scratch would be in the dancing thing. Okay, if like let's say if you want the scratch to dance according to the music, this we will be focusing on much later in the class. Okay, now your exercise would be measuring the angle to turn to the direction set. Let's say if I ask you to turn the angle of a sprite moving left. So you need to be able to make sure that to turn left, how many angles that you needed. Okay, so that's all from me, guys. Thank you.